buckle up, buttercup, because this is an IPSY roast. Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Alicia Budget Beauty. My name is Alicia. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable fashion and beauty. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. Okay, so this month's little bag looks like this. Yes, I did this on purpose. Oh my gosh. I can already hear some of my friends' comments that say like how I always match, you know, matchy match like makeup to my clothes or perfume to my makeup. And here I am matching the bag. I just so happen to have a blouse. It kind of looks like this bag. But I did see on the IPSY Instagram showing a little teaser of the bag that this was inspired by wallpaper. That is a trend. The floral wallpaper is back, like the very kind of gaudy floral wallpaper that we saw in 80s, early 90s is back. So that was their inspiration from the bag. I do think it's really pretty. And let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we have the Kate Berkey Nutrient C Eye Cream. Now, I try to use most of these products that you're going to see. So if I didn't use it, I'll let you know. If I did, I'll give you my first impression. I like this. I've used it twice now. It is a mid thickness consistency. I will say that I feel a slight burning under the eyes. Now, I can handle it, but it is a little bit concerning. I don't feel like an eye product should burn at all. I don't know if it's the vitamin C in here. I'm very sensitive to vitamin C. Generally, though, I can take it all day as an eye cream. I'm using currently a different vitamin C eye cream that I'm more than halfway through, and I have no issues, no burning, but there is a burning sensation with this. So just fair warning. Then we have another skincare. This is Symbiosis London HAPG Hyaluronic Acid Papaya Glycolic Extract. This is an ultra fine balancing sorbet facial. Now, I did not get to use this. This is actually like an apply and wash off product. I was a dum-dum and kept forgetting and moving on to the next step after I washed my face and then realized I didn't apply this. So it's not, it says it's a facial, so it is meant to go on and wash off. It's not a mask. It's not a serum that stays on. It is a put on, wash off product. So I can't really tell you about this. Let me see. I haven't opened it, so I'm going to see if it has any kind of scent. Okay, let me pour it out or squeeze it out. Okay, it looks like this. Can you see that? Okay, there it is right there. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, it's gritty. So it's kind of like it has a little scent to it. So it's kind of an exfoliator is what it is. I think it's just a fancy way. We're going to call it a sorbet facial. Oh, it does say cryo exfoliator. Okay, good. I was about to say they are false advertising here. It does say exfoliator. That's why you put it on and wash it right off. Okay, I'm a dum-dum. So I didn't get to use this. It's pretty abrasive. So you have to be careful to not disrupt your skin barrier too much. This is something you would only use once a week for sure, or you're going to damage the barrier of your skin. So I don't know that I'm not a huge abrasive exfoliator person. Then we have the Sutra Beauty. This is the Heat Guard Volumizing Cream. I did not get to use this. This is a hair product. I will say when I opened up my IPSY box, I had never really opened up one of their boxes and smelled so strong, something so strong coming from it. Even when I had a fragrance in there, I didn't smell anything. And I opened up the big box that this was in and was like, oh my gosh, what am I smelling? It didn't smell bad, but it was just really strong. And in it is this volumizing cream for the hair. It smells really good though. I mean, I'd love for my hair to smell like this, but I only wash my hair once a week. It's a week tomorrow. So I have not washed my hair yet, so I can't really tell you, but I'm happy to get this. One, because it smells good. It's a decent size to get in the bag. You know, it's not like this super tiny that you can only use twice. You should be able to get several, you know, maybe 10, 12 uses out of this. So not a bad product. Then we have the eyeshadow palette that's actually on my eyes today. And this is where I'm going to be honest and also positive, critical and positive at the same time. So this is Reina Rebelde. We've seen this brand quite a few times now. I did get curious. I tried to look up some of this stuff. So this is a Dallas-based brand. I did not know that. So I'm a Texas girl, Texas-based beauty brand. This is called Serena, and this is a wet, dry eye color palette. Now, before I saw that about it, when I just saw this and opened it up, I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna use that. I'll show it in my video and then I'll gift it to somebody, because we've had this Reina Rebelde's formulas before. It's just okay in my opinion. It's a pretty cheapy, you know, component here or packaging. But when I saw it was wet dry, I was like, what? So I looked it up, and it's supposed to be a wet dry for all of the shades in here. And I thought that, well, that's interesting. And then I also thought all shimmers should be wet, like that you can use wet, because I mean, that's a technique a lot of us use, is spraying a brush so that your shimmers or metallics stand out more. But it said even for the mattes. So I thought I would test it for you guys and give you my honest opinion. I will say, funny enough, the mattes work so much better not wet. I don't even know why they have that as a concept. It did not work. So this eye, I did only dry. This eye, I had to really go back and try to correct, because I did the mattes wet and they got real splatchy. It got just muddy. So don't do wet for the mattes. Don't do wet for the mattes. The shimmers, I was like, I used every shade in here though, except this darker teal one. Let me just see what it looks like. It's decent, not bad. Little sheer. Anyway, I was using it and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just declutter this sucker in a heartbeat, until I came to this guy for my inner corner, and my eyes are glowing. I'm keeping this just for this pearl. It's like a pearlescent metallic shimmer in here that is so pretty on the inner corner that it's worth it to keep. Now, I do like these mattes dry though. I do. I think they performed pretty nicely. So I don't really care so much about this shimmer. I used them. They're like, okay, they did perform better wet. But this one right here is so good and is worth keeping the palette for me. Very last thing in here is a lip gloss. I have it on top of another lip I'll show you here in a minute. But this is TYS. I always forget what this stands for. I looked at, we got this brand not that long ago. They were like butter gloss. This one, it's a lip plumper, but it does not have a shade name, but it's kind of an iridescent, like it's clear, but it has this iridescent quality to it. The doe foot, super tiny, teeny. I mean, look, and it's on my lips. It's curved, and I'm like, you have to have really thin lips for this to fit the curve. But it's decent. The plumping is subtle enough to where, you know, if you don't like a really intense plumper, it's not that bad. I like the shade. It's not sticky. I wish I could remember. I'll have it written on the screen what TYS stands for. So Glam Bag is pretty good. It's going to get worse though. It's going to get worse from here. But I think I like the bag itself. I just love this shade in the inner corner. Lip gloss is fine. So I'm not upset about the Glam Bag. All right, now we're gonna move on to the BOXYCHARM by IPSY here. So first product, I think this saved the whole box for me. I will say that. This is the Murad Resurgence Renewing Cleansing Cream. It is a nice big size bottle. You can use this AM or PM. This is so gentle. It reminds me so much of a cleanser I used when I was younger. I think it was a Nivea cleanser. It kind of has that same consistency. This is, okay, cream cleansers for me, they can either be amazing or miss so much. So if it doesn't cleanse well enough, that's a miss. If it doesn't, sometimes cream cleansers come out and you start putting it on, you're like, where did it go? It just kind of disappears. This one, I squeezed too much and it wasn't even a whole lot, but when I started putting it on, it's like it multiplied and there was so much product. It took off my makeup really well. It did not strip the skin. I love the scent of this. It's like an experience. It makes me excited to wash my face. And I either hate washing my face or enjoy it. And it's all about what products I'm using. And I love this. I think it retails for $45, somewhere around there. So for me, this made the whole box. It's worth it. But the rest of the box is just kind of not terrible. Some things are okay. All right, we have the Love Script. This is an exfoliator body polish. Sugar Plum is the scent. So I never heard of this brand, Love Script. This is an okay body polish. I only used it once, so you know, maybe I'll change my mind. The scent is a little bit floral. It's like a rosy plum. I don't love this scent. It's not terrible, but it's not my chosen scent. And it's okay. I felt like as soon as I like a body scrub, a body polish that right after I use it, I can still kind of smell the scent will stay on the skin a little bit. It just disappears after you wash it off. So I'll use it. It's fine. It's just not my favorite body scrub. Then we have a face oil by IPSY. It is the Rose Oil Blend, Rose and Pomegranate Oils. So here's what it looks like. I do really like IPSY. Sometimes their products are hit or miss for me. I really like their facial sprays a lot. This I've only used once, so I can't really say if it's going to do a whole lot or if it's going to break me out. I'm wearing it under my makeup today. It wasn't a problem. Sometimes face oils, when you layer, then your foundation kind of gets streaky and doesn't go on right. I didn't experience that with this. Went on just fine. It does have that rose scent to it. It's a rose oil. So time will tell. I believe this has vitamin E, yes, to nourish the skin. Then we have the other lip product that's on my lips today. So this is underneath the gloss, and I already own this. So here is the packaging that it came in. This is Beauty for Real, and I just posted not that long ago an Instagram on these. I did get this in PR before it was launched on IPSY, and there's only 2 shades, and I gave this a glowing review and said, I need the owner, I need her to put out more shades because I love this formula. This is the shade Neutral. So this is the one that I already had that I used. And it is, well, it's on my lips. You can kind of see. I think it's funny. It's called Neutral and the other one's Light Neutral because they're really not. Like, this is a universal kind of neutrally rose. But when I hear neutral, I think more of like in the brown family. It's just definitely in a rosy family. But you guys, I like this formula so much better than the Tarte Maracuja. So much better. Or the e.l.f., the clicky ones, or even the NYX. This doesn't have that kind of goopiness that those do and how they can kind of ball up. I like some of those, but this is just better. It has pigment, it has shine, it's nourishing, outstanding formula. So please, if you get this and you think, oh, I don't really care, I'm not going to get it out and use it, use it. It's so, so good. So I'm glad that this did come that some people are going to get it. Now the last thing in here is the palette. Okay, if you're a Ciate London lover of eyeshadow palettes, don't take this the wrong way. This is just my opinion and testing well over 100 eyeshadow formulas out there. I'm not a fan of their eyeshadows. This is I Am Woman, What's Your Superpower? I'm assuming this is Mother's Day, so woman themed. Okay, here's what she looks like. Hear me out though. You guys, this is it the Jet Setter palette? Wonder Beauty, the palette that we got in IPSY maybe like a year ago. That's purple and mauve-y neutral. It's like the same color story, but just a lot of pretty repetitious shades in here. Some of these look okay. Like this one looks really pretty, powerful. It's like a shifty blue purple. I think that shade is in that Wonder Beauty palette. If you have that, Futurist Female looks pretty. Those, Hear Me Roar, those look pretty. They have this nice reflect, this metallic look. The rest of the shimmers, I know this formula, and it's a very kind of flat, not that shiny, not that great formula. And then the mattes, just by looking at them. Like when you've seen so many formulas, I can tell they look a little bit dry and just not buttery. Like they might get patchy because they're so dry. For me, this is such a I will definitely be decluttering it. Like when I look down at it, I do see those 3 really pretty shades, but I'm like, this is a big palette to keep for 3 shades. So I will definitely be decluttering this, and it was a letdown for me personally. And actually, I know probably for a lot of you too, because I've seen a lot of feedback of the brands that people are really sick of and they don't want to see in their boxes anymore. And Ciate London is a very common one that I see come up. So you might not be excited if you're one of those people. But now we're going to get to the Icon box, and this is where I'm going to get kind of harsh. Icon box. We're expecting amazing things. I'm thinking back to the Gwen Stefani one was so good. I did see that some people wished that there was more Give Beauty in there, because I think I only had 1 item in there, but the rest of the box was so good. The Alicia Keys one was really good way back. The Pat McGrath one was kind of like, it wasn't that great in my opinion, but this one. So the Icon is supposed to be Patrick Starr, and I will say I was a little bit excited. I think I might be getting some One Size Beauty in PR here coming up. Maybe, maybe not. They sent me an email. We'll see if it happens or not. So maybe I'll get to try some of the items that I was hoping would come in this box. What I was hoping to see in here, I wanted to see a blush palette. I've always wanted to try those blushes. I think they look beautiful. I have tried the primer and the setting spray, and I like them both. I think those are like some of the best products that I've, at least from what I see from other people who've tried a lot from One Size. So getting those in the box would be awesome. The powder. That powder is so, like, everyone wants to try that powder. Everyone talks about the pink shade, you know, sold out like crazy. I would have loved to see that in here. So I'll show you what I got, but it is extremely skincare heavy, extremely skincare heavy. And some people love that. Most people do not. One, because there's only, like, when you think of all the skincare that we get with IPSY, and it really takes a while to know how it's going to react to your skin. If it's going to break you out, if it's going to dry you out. Sometimes we're not even like quite sure from the last month what we think. To get this much skincare in an Icon box the next month, I don't get it. But let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so we have the Professional Speedy Smooth Quick Smoothing Pore Mask. All right, so I did not try this. I'm scared too, because I did use up one of the Benefit, this line, the Professional, the cleanser. It's in a yellow bottle. I had like a mini size, about like this. I was pretty sure I narrowed it down that it was breaking me out. So, and I have a lot of friends in the beauty world that hated this line. It broke a bunch of people out that I know. So I'm scared to use this. I'll probably just pass it along and not test it out. This is I do like this item. This is the First Aid Beauty, the Bounce Boosting Serum with collagen and peptides. I like First Aid Beauty a lot. I really like what I've seen so far with this. I've only used it twice, so I can't say a whole lot. I've never had any issues with First Aid Beauty, like breaking me out or anything. So it does feel pretty moisturizing on the skin. Then we have, I'm so sick of getting these, you guys. This is the Avarini. I'm not sure how you say it. It's 2 A's, Avarini Hair and Scalp Recovery Oil. Now, don't get me wrong. I think scalp treatment is very important, and it's a step that a lot of people miss. It's just that I think maybe in the last year, I've received some sort of scalp treatment in IPSY or BOXYCHARM by IPSY. This may be like the 4th one, and it takes a while. Like, you don't need a whole lot of this. So it just takes a while to go through. And why so many? It just, I get annoyed when it's just not like varied on their products. So I wasn't that excited to see this. And again, it's not a washing hair day. So I did not try that yet. Let's go into something I did try, but this is where I'm going to get into a little bit of a conspiracy theory here. So this is the Fenty Skin. This is another eye cream, this rich peptide eye cream, thick and smooth. So I've used this twice. I don't mind it. However, I did look this up online. I kept wanting to do this. So it looks like one that you push and it dispenses here, but you actually twist this to get the product to dispense. This had bad reviews online, like a lot of 1-star reviews. And I was like, well, I used it twice. Like, why does it have bad reviews? Apparently, for a lot of people, it dries up really bad. So they didn't get to use it very long and the whole thing dried up. And because it is a clicky dispense and it's a little hole, they said you can't get it out. Once it dries up, it's not going to come out of this hole. So they didn't mind the product, but they said, I can't use it. I can't get it out. So it's kind of a faulty component, apparently. And I just started to kind of wonder, well, why would that be in the icon box? Like a product that has bad reviews and it, okay. But I thought, man, maybe it's just that. But then we have a product that frightens me. This is the Kosas Brow Potion, the Fluffy Brow Lash Boosting Serum. Now, I had a horrible experience with a serum, Rodan & Fields, an eyelash serum. No, first and only that I will ever try. I was like, oof, longer lashes, longer, fuller lashes, whatever. I'll just use falsies. I used that thing. It was probably 10 years ago, and I thought I was going to go blind. Like, one usage and my eyelids were peeling so bad. It crusted up. It swelled up. I was like, no. Well, then here recently I saw Grand Lashes, right? That's so popular. They're being sued because people, I think, are going blind from their lash serum. So when I saw this, I was like, oh no, I'm really scared. Then I looked this up online. Also bad reviews and so many 1-stars. And what did they say? Some of them don't have their vision right ever again. Like they said, they don't see right ever since using this. Why is this in our box? 2 items that were poorly reviewed. Why is this in our icon box? And I caution you, if you get this, maybe you have this and you love it, but I'm just one of those that my eyes are important. I got to be able to see. So I'm not testing this out. So if you get it, be careful. Okay. Okay. Next up, I told you I was going to get a little critical here. Let's go to something I do like. But it's another skincare. This is Innisfree, the Cream Acid Hyaluronic Cream Visage. I really like this brand a lot. It's a Korean skincare brand. I love their green tea foaming cleanser. Excellent. This is very, very heavy. The actual component, I think the majority of this is component, not product, because it's so thick and heavy. But there is quite a bit in here. And it's a nice consistency. It's kind of like a gel moisturizer, but it's hyaluronic cream. And I do like this so far. Now, the only 2 makeup products in this box for the icon box are the only 2 one-size products. And we have a liner and a mascara. How boring is that? We couldn't get the blush. We couldn't get the powder. The iconic primer and setting spray. Now I have seen fairly good reviews of these too, so I was like, all right, they perform okay in my opinion. So this is the liner. This is the Busty Brown. I thought it was Rusty Brown. Busty Brown. I did use it today. I'll tell you what I like about it. I like that this is kind of like a little bit of a grippy here. I like that it's long and pointed so that you can flatten it and extend it out and make a pretty easy wing. Now, however, if you don't like long wings, this is going to be too much for you. I don't think it's pigmented enough though, and it kind of wears off. Like after I put it on, I started looking and I noticed patchiness and wearing off, and I'd had it on for maybe 10 minutes. Not that great. Then the mascara, the Fantasize. Now, I generally judge mascaras on the lower lash line because I do wear falsies most of the time. But I always try out mascaras both top and bottom and then put on my top lashes so I can just kind of feel it out. Here's the wand. I like the wand. It's, those plastic, real sharp bristles. I do like that generally. This one's a little bit more, instead of just flatly curved, it has some angles to it. It's my first impression. So mascaras tend to get better over time. I like it on the lower lash. I don't love it so far. Top lashes, I don't think it was lifting them at all. So this would be a layering one. You'd have to do a lifting, then this one maybe to volumize. I do love the red packaging. I think it's so cute. I love the little smileys. So this is like a wait and see what I feel later. But you guys, that was the Icon box. Am I crazy, or was this so lame? And if it's not, it's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. I speak for the people though, the people who I think might be a little disappointed in this box. So you guys will have to let me know if you agree. Do you think I was too harsh? Do you think I wasn't harsh enough? Let me know in the comments. Appreciate you guys watching. Always keep it kind. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping. Bye.